What up, what up, what up, what up to another edition, A Moment with the Messiah. It is the one and only Mr. Vega, aka the Messiah, holding it down for honest assholes. You already know what it is, baby. Thank you everyone that's been supporting us, rocking with us. Shout out to Big Mike, shout out to D Nut, Lala, the whole squad that's been rocking with us. What up, Sasha? What up, Whitney? I just want to just thank y'all and thank y'all for giving me the motivation and the inspiration to keep going because everybody is loving what I'm doing. Shout out to my last few guests that's been coming on, along with Aries Spears, my guy Junior Boy. It's popping. So, with that being said, I'm all about giving flowers. I'm all about giving praise, and I'm all about giving thanks, especially to the culture and our people. That's why tonight's episode is going to be good. It's going to be a good one. I want to welcome my guest. This sister has an interesting story, and I just wanted to bring her on and just give her her moment. Say hello to Miss Natasha Jean. What it do, Queen?
What's up? What's up? Thank you for having me here tonight.
Yes, no doubt, no doubt. I know we've been trying to get together and do this for a while, but that's what
Yeah,
happens. That's what happens when you show persistency and you show patience and you get a good outcome. And here we
that's
are.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
so with that being said, we've been talking, we've been communicating, and it's been your story is like extremely like deep. It's like extremely it's good. It's like really good, but at the same time, I felt like it was only right for me to have you on this segment and just give you your moment. And hopefully, when you leave here, you will leave feeling good and feeling like you definitely had your moment with the Messiah. You feel me?
That's what's up.
Hell
Um,
yeah. So
yeah.
with that, so with that being said, I just wanted to. I'm gonna get up in this thing because that's what we do. So, in your words only, this is question number one. In
Okay.
your words,
Okay.
um, so let the world know. Let people know who don't know you. Let the world know who exactly Natasha Jean is and what is your novel based on? Because I remember you told me that like you wanted to go straight into that. So I was like,
Yeah.
let me just give her the best of both worlds. So let the world know who Natasha Jean is and what your novel that you just put out is all about. It's your moment.
This novel is about everything about me. First of all, it's about my past relationship, friendship. It's about my family. Um, I was born and raised in Miami, Florida. I grew up in the area neighborhood called Alapata, and later on, Little Haiti. So
Mm,
my family. So I was born and raised in Miami, Florida, and my family is originally from Haiti. So my book talk about my family in Haiti. It talks about before my time. So that means it talks about my parents and their background and how they got together and how they came to this country for a better life, a better um, living, and to give back to their family in Haiti.
nice, nice, nice. And when you put this book together, did you know exactly your like common goal that you were after when you were putting your novel together?
No, at first I wrote my novel about 3 years ago when I finally got my divorce. So I wrote the book, but it was kind of short, and I never finished it. At first I thought I was finished, but so when I went to a couple of people, they was like it's kind of too short. So I didn't complete it because you know sometimes like when you in that world you get to meet people that's like they the scammers or they don't complete the job. You know how many people I don't went through to try to publish my book. So I just
Mm,
kind of gave up on it, and then things happen in life. I had to focus on my children. They was growing up. I became a single parent. So a lot of things was going on in Miami. So I kind of like put my book to the side. But I didn't give up on it. I just got too busy. So when I relocated from Florida and I got to the state of Alabama, it was kind of peaceful for me. I got it together. It was like a breathing room, and I met some real good people here. And I was thinking like how I'm gonna get this book out if I can complete my book because my vision had started declining real bad, the good eye. So
We'll get into that.
yeah, I
We'll
ain't get
definitely get into that.
it, but yeah. So I hired a ghostwriter, so I completed my book. It took about 6 to 8 months, and I got it done, and I pushed it out. And then you know what? Last year around November, I was thinking not to um publish my book because I started thinking about like how it's gonna affect certain people and stuff like that. But I had my older sister, she was like, you ain't tired of always saving people, hiding people, and she said it's your story, and I know the vision that you're trying to do and you're trying to help others. It's not about other people, it's about you. So when she passed away December 1st, after after the funeral, yeah, I pushed it out. So it came out January 5th.
Mm. I'm sorry about your sister. My deepest condolences. Do
Thank you.
you and it's safe to say I'm a firm believer of spirits and like spirit. Well, I'm a very spiritual person, not religious, more spiritual. So I believe when certain angels leave their mark or let you know that they're with you.
I
And
believe that
from
too.
from what you just told me, and that was your sister's angel still with you, letting you know, like, sis, still push this book, still get your word out there. Like you have the vision that she saw and that you saw. She still made it her business to know that she's still with you, and I feel like
Mhm.
that right there is a sign that she's still with you because you still got up and you still pushed it and published it.
She's definitely with me. I mean, she was one of a kind. She was a piece of work, but she was one of a kind, and you just had to know her to love her. And she didn't play no games. And she is one of the reasons why I dedicated my book to her, and she is one of the reason why I got into studying into mental health as well because she suffered mental health. But it's not that I feel like she was crazy. I just feel like she was very outspoken and she was very like determined. She just would tell you how she feels. So people look at that like, oh, she crazy, that crazy girl. But I don't think my sister. I mean, I don't think it was crazy. I just think she was herself, and she just more hyper than others, I guess. But
Nobody, it just seems like nobody, like you said, you just have to know her. It's not the fact
mhm,
that she was crazy. It's just you just have to know her, and that was your sister. So of course you gotta ride with your sister and let people know my sister was not crazy. She's just her and she's just determined. I tell people all the time, there's nothing wrong about being a determined person, especially if you got positive actions behind your determination.
mhm.
So my next question, that leads me to my next question. Um, what was the hardest part about writing your novel? Because I know obviously you have vision issues, but besides all that, what would you say was the hardest part about putting your novel together?
As far as like when I'm writing a story,
Yeah,
or
like telling me because I remember I mentioned I heard earlier you said that people said it was too short, like or whatnot. So that's why I was just wondering, like, like so what was the hardest part about like writing it and putting it together?
When I met my ghostwriter and she was helping me out, so the ghostwriter comes in and they listen to you and they type up or they write down what you're saying. So that's what the ghostwriter do. So when I met my ghostwriter, so she's listening to me. So we cried and we laughed together. So my book is funny and sad and and just everything wide open. And she was like, "Oh my God, this is gonna be a great book." So the hardest part for me is just explaining to the world like all the things that happened to me, especially when I was living in North Carolina, not even the part when I got hit in the eye. The hardest part for me is really like kept going on and explaining situations. And I know people be like, damn, why you stayed? Like, why you still he did this again? Or that happened to you again? And they like, I don't know, that kind of made me feel like I sound like real stupid.
I
But
mean,
I was in love, right?
yeah, I was just about to go. I was just about to go to that. Like,
Yeah, so
ah,
that's why my chapter is called, sorry to interrupt you, but so that's why one of the chapters is called Love is Blind or Blinded by Love. So
mm. So with that being said, you gave a lot of insight about what your novel is about, what inspired you to come on to write the novel. So this next question, and I have to ask you, and you can give me the answer that's best to your advantage. How important is domestic abuse to you?
it's very important to me. Like, that's exactly why, like, I hope, some people just get the book and just read it to see um how I came out of it. Because I hear a lot of women and men say that they can't come out of a situation. Yes, they can come out of that situation. So it's important for me because, like, too many people is getting killed out here all because of jealousy, just domestic violence, period.
And so I say it's safe to say that that's just a subject that you really take serious and is very important because what you went through. So, and that leads up to my next question. When you went through your domestic abuse, like how did it affect you mentally?
So like right now you see like I'm kind of like trembling and stuff like that. So I like really suffer panic attack and anxiety. That kind of like make me feel when I say that like I have to be safe. Like I always feel like I'm being watched or just and all that come from it may not be going on, but it's just the way my mind think and all that come from trauma. And I learned that because I still see a therapist. I still go to the doctor because that helps me like that literally cuz I'm only human and I get depressed. You know
Indeed.
what I'm saying? So I cry sometimes because people be like, "Oh, she blind. She don't look like she blind." But how does a person supposed to look when they're blind? Do they supposed to always carry a white cane or a white stick or whatever? So you can't really judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? So like, do I have to come on here? Like I don't have to lie. I do wear a prosthetic eye. I wear a prosthetic eye in my right eye. And it's due to the fact that I had got punched in the eye when I was like 4.5 pregnant.
Jesus.
And that was the first time I experienced domestic violence because when I grew up in the house, oh, I grew up in a household with both of my parents. I didn't see my dad going around hitting my parents. So that was like, I was like, hold up, he just hit me. But um,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Okay.
that's
Take.
the hardest part.
Yeah. Take. I
Yeah,
apologize if I opened up a door to where that makes you like if to where if it triggers something, I do apologize, and I know
it's
that's an emotional.
it's okay. It's just that, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't understand, like, you can really, like, move on. Do you really want to um end up with a disability like me, or do you want to get killed? Because, I had a friend that got killed. This man killed her and her children. So domestic violence is real. You know what I'm saying? That hit home all the time when I see that's go on in the world. So, um and for my guys too, you got some aggressive women. So I don't want to sit here. I'm not bashing nobody. I'm just, you know what I'm saying. I'm just telling y'all my story. How I lost my vision, my right eye, and then I have low vision in my left eye. So, um, I don't want nobody. I don't even want my enemies. I don't have no enemy, but I don't want nobody to go through what I'm going through, because your vision is like your life. You get what I'm saying? So every day I have to worry about losing this little bit of vision that I do have. I go to the doctor. This affect me every day. You get what I'm saying? Certain things that I can't even do anymore, like drive. I used to, like, get in race with my friends on I-95 in Miami back in the days. I can't even drive no more. So
Oh man, I just want to take this time to just give you a lot of respect and positive energy for you opening up to talk about this. We haven't met in person. You don't owe me anything. But when you told me that you were willing to come and tell people your side of the story, I was I was excited, but at the same time I had to prepare myself emotionally because domestic abuse is just and this is no cap, it's the biggest hunk of bullshit in the fucking world. I don't respect that shit. Like, you know how many arguments I done been in with women and I've never raised my hand because for what? What is that gonna do to me? What is that gonna do to me by raising my hand on a woman? Like, I
hmm
never understood that. Like, I never, don't get me wrong. Okay, yes, there are some women that hit me and I get it. Don't trust me. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But just the simple fact that it's seeing a man hit a woman is the most cowardice shit ever. I don't care. Like, I get it. If a woman hits us back, hits us, I get it. It might do something to us, but come on, man. If it's to where you got to haul off and just literally, oh man. But again, man, I'm going off subject. I just want to give you your flowers and really give you my respect for coming to on the show and this platform to talk about that. And I
Thank you.
salute you for that. I really salute you for that.
Thank
So my and again, stay strong and keep doing what you're doing because it's only going to get better, and I promise you that.
you. Yep.
So with that being said, I have to ask you this question because you said there are some people that feel like they can't walk away or it's hard to walk away. So, in your honest opinion, why do you think that a lot of people struggle about opening up about being domestic, going through domestic abuse?
Because they done programmed their mind to think that that person is their only source, and that's that person need them, or they need that person. They can reprogram that mind and move on. As soon as they get a taste of that world out there, they'll be like, "Oh, why was I in that relationship for all them years, wasting my time?"
Um, and that's definitely a reason. I also feel like one of the main reasons because just talking to people because like we touched on domestic abuse before, but that's a subject that you can really just go on and talk about because there's so many levels of it, you know. But I feel that one of the main reasons people have like, you know, people have insecure problems and the person that they're being abused by takes advantage of that to where they feel like they can't go anywhere. This is all I know. And I'd rather take this abuse than take it
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah. Um, I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but the reason why I stayed in my relationship was because to have a two-parent household,
Mm,
and most women do that. Like they rather be with the father of their kids or just keeping the family together. Because in my culture, my family, we stick by our husbands. We honor our man. We're loyal. We just like try to make it work. You know, that's how I was taught. You know, like, but I wasn't taught to accept those abuse. It was just the fact that like I had a kind heart and I was really in love with this man. He was like we grew up in the same neighborhood. I had a crush on him. So I don't
them be
know.
the them be the worst. Them be the worst ones. Like just when the shit is happening to you by somebody who you once had a crush on, and
Yeah.
just to find out the real person in them. Like damn. Like
hmm And
so.
the thing is, we get the red flags way before you start getting into a deep relationship, and we try to ignore it and give that person the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they'll be different or something. I'm about you, child. You only can fix yourself. You can't help nobody fix themselves, especially if they ain't trying to do it on their own.
Man, again, man, I'm just gonna give you your flowers. Like you are really like I feel like you're really like you coming out here and just opening up about this. Like you're gonna be an inspiration to a lot of people that that suffer through that. That's because there's a lot of people, men and women, that are suffering in silence and that are scared to say something.
They shouldn't be scared. And that's why my goal is to have the blind eye safe place so that they have somewhere to go to start up. Like if you feel like you need a man or a woman to but my safe place would be for women though. Just to like start over, kind of have your own place and you know, work on the career that you really want, daycare for the children, you want to build your own business, like you really can do it. You know, have lawyers in place to help you with your divorce if you're married. And trust me, I'm for the marriage. And I'm 100% like I grew up with a big family, right? So
Hmm.
um, I believe in marriage. I still believe in love and everything. But if you are being abused or getting abused mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever, um, it's not worth it. Cause do you want to live your life knowing somebody's just been beating on you, and you just been miserable? Or do you want to live your life, enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, live your life to the fullest, right? So
Mm,
that's what I had to learn too. I want to be happy. My sister told me, be be happy, Tasha. Like I want you to be happy.
mm.
Yeah.
So, so by you, so with that being said, by you writing this magnificent novel and getting through your trials and tribulations, seeing a therapist, doing whatever you got to do to make sure that you're not going to give up. So, my question I gotta ask you: Does Natasha Jean feel like she's at peace at this part of her life?
I'm at Pete.
Do you
Well,
feel like you, or do you have some, do you just have, or you have some form of peace or at all? Because the reason why I asked that question, listening to you tonight and seeing what you're doing with this book,
mm,
I really feel like you are a very strong person that is really being an inspiration, not just to yourself, but to the
mhm.
community. You know, the black community at that. It's a lot of domestic abuse that goes on in our community. So I feel like, does that give you any form, or does that give you any type of peace?
Yeah, it gives me peace to know that because I get phone calls about different situations, and it does give me peace knowing that I can help another individual um with whatever they're going through, either just with a hug or words of encouragement, inspiration, just girl, let's go out for the night or something like that. I feel like okay, she gonna be good.
Good. And that's dope that you surround yourself around people like that. Like that's
Hmm.
good, you know. And I also feel like, that's your sis talking to you, reminding you,
Hmm.
who's around you and who's there for you.
Hmm.
So so
I
with
even
that being,
mentor. I even
you said,
mentor my I even mentor my nieces. They like in the younger group. So I try to like, inform them about the red flags and what not to accept. And we do things, encouraging things. So I try to empower them to become, you know, a better woman or the thing, whatever they trying to become in life. I encourage them. I let them know if I can help them, I will. So, and I love my nieces. Shout out to my nieces. I got a bunch of nieces, a heap of nieces, real, real blood nieces. Like, I
and I'm pretty, and you are their inspiration. I'm pretty sure.
am.
That's dope. So we are coming to the end. So I just gotta ask you. This is your moment. Let the world know where we can find you, where we can find your book. All that. This is your moment. We got the last. I've got about 30 seconds before we close out. So put it out there. It's Natasha Jean's moment. Where we can find all your content, all that.
Y'all already know. Check me out on TikTok, Instagram at the Blind Eye 2004. Hit me up.
Definitely. And if you want to know her story, you know where it's at, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Sister, I want to thank you for coming out tonight. This was a dope segment. I want to give you your flowers again.
Thank
Uh,
you.
anytime you want to come back as a guest on my show, talk
Mhm.
about some things, just let me know because I'm all about the culture. I'm all about the people, and that's
Y'all
just what
already
I'm
know.
here.
Like Passe.
Yes, indeed.
Little
This
heavy in
live.
the building.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
It's the Messiah, baby, live streaming this Wednesday, 7 p.m. Thank you, my guest, Ms. Natasha Jean. We
Y'all
are
already
out, baby.
know.
Let's get it.